Trading the foreign exchange market carries high risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Trading on margin, utilizing leverage can carry an even higher level of risk that can lead to a complete loss of investment funds. So before deciding to trade the foreign exchange market or using any of our software alert products, you should carefully and diligently consider your personal investment objectives, level of experience, and risk tolerance. There is a possibility that you could potentially sustain significant loss. You should not invest any capital or trade that you cannot afford to lose. It is your responsibility to be aware of and understand all risks associated with foreign exchange trading and to seek professional advice from an independent certified financial advisor if you have any doubts. Auvoria Prime does not exercise trading authority over your trades. You and you alone exercise discretionary trading authority over every trade.
My name is Cameron Kerkar. I'll be talking a little bit about myself, but I want to talk more about the plan and what we're doing here day to day, week to week, and month to month. What we're going to be doing the next 90 days with this company. My name is Cameron, and I am from Portland, Oregon. I'm calling in right now. And let me know also in the chat box. I want to make sure we're getting some good sound before I really get into the concepts and the strategy we're going to be using to build this company. I am from Portland, Oregon, and I am in Medellin, Colombia. And I'm living out my dream using this platform, and I'm so excited to share about how we're doing this with you guys today. But I'm seeing some, so take this last 10, 15, 20 seconds to send the link out. People that you know that are committed, even committed customers, so they know what we're doing on a, like I said, day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis. Mr. Sorensen, nice to see you. Shaf, congratulations on all the success. I see you guys are in massive momentum. So exciting to see what's going on there. It's a long time coming. Seeing some other names, you guys get the link out, but we got a lot of people out from all over the UK, Dallas, Fort Worth, New York, nice, Chicago, the UK. I can't wait to start traveling. I know there's a lot of growth happening, especially in Europe. As soon as they'll start to have us, I can't wait because their growth is happening all over the place. Igor, nice to see you out in Croatia. Texas, nice. North Carolina, awesome. Cameroon, Stephen, nice to see you. Thanks for being with us. All right, well, let's get this started. I want to make sure that we can, for me, I find that personally, there's always so many meetings, there's always so many different calls. But what I want to get down into today is I want to talk about the strategy and the play that we are running for the next 90 days. And I want to talk about what's the most important things to be focusing on, especially if you're brand new. That is the most important thing to me. I remember when I jumped into this incredible industry of network marketing, that I didn't have a play to run. I didn't know what to do. So I sought out people that had success, and they told me, hey, this is what you need to do. And I followed just exactly that. And I tried my best to not reinvent the wheel because I saw that they already had the success. So I knew if I followed what they did in those same footsteps, I would achieve similar results. And that's what I was looking for. So I'm going to be getting into that today. But the first thing I want to do before we get into all of that is I want to talk about commitment. Our company just had an incredible virtual event last weekend, and I was blown away. I went out to Nashville and was a part of the event, and I was blown away by the company's I guess determination and how serious they are about making this company one of the bigger players in the game. It was really refreshing to be a part of an event that was so well put together. There was so much preparation, thought, and effort put into the event. And I'm sure that if you guys were a part of the event, you were watching it from all over the world, you probably saw that in the level of production and how smooth everything ran. It was incredible. But if you guys were a part of that, jump in the chat box, let me know, give me some ones if you saw the event, if you were a part of it. And if you're watching the replay, if you have not gone, if you did not see the event, go to Auvoria Prime's YouTube channel. Go, there's different clips of the different speakers. Go make sure you go back and go watch that. It was one of the best events I've been a part of. I've never been a part of a virtual event before, and that event blew me away. I thought the speakers were incredible. Again, I thought the company did such a good job in the preparation of it. And it felt like to me that um, we were a part of delivering a message that wasn't just getting people excited about what we have. We were a part of delivering a message of a real mission of showing people that this company is not messing around, and that they're here to deliver a platform where people can create their legacy. And that's not something to joke around about. That's not something to to take lightly. And the company really showed that with all the leadership. So being a part of that, I felt like I was a part of something greater than just a way to make money. And that was refreshing. It was very exciting. So I want to talk about commitment. This industry is very easy to do, and it's very easy not to do. And I want to talk about a little bit of why I'm so committed. I believe that this platform, for me, is a way for me to be able to build my legacy, and why I spend 8+ hours a day building this is because my commitment is so high, because I believe that this company is one of a kind. And it's very important for you that you figure out your purpose, you figure out why you are so committed to this. And I'm going to get into this a little bit later, but commitment, I want to talk about this. I want to talk about commitment because when you define, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to be bouncing around here, guys. I've got a couple different screens I'm going to be showing, and things I want to be sharing with you, and tools, and showing you where you can get these resources. But I want to talk, before I get into that, let's go ahead, share my screen. I always keep the rank advancement chart up here because I'm always looking at my goals. So definition of commitment: the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or activity. An engagement or obligation that restricts freedom of action. So the reason why I am so committed, and why I'm willing to be obligated to something that restricts my freedom right now, is because I believe that this company is going places that not many companies have gone before. I believe that this company is going to be a long-term company that's going to allow so many people to change their situations, change their lives, and help other people be able to do the same thing. And so my commitment level is very, very high. And one of my favorite books that I've come across, I came across it in the first couple of years of learning about this industry. It was a book called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. If you've read this book, jump in the chat box. Let me know if you've read The Compound Effect. If you haven't, I highly, highly recommend it. It does illustrates a very simple way as to how being committed to something, or consistently taking action on something that you're trying to achieve over a long period of time, how that can compound over time. It's funny because the compound effect, obviously, we are using incredible products and softwares that have that capability. And I feel like that for the average person that's not used to using or trading or using software, or have never had access to the products that we have, this is an incredible book that'll help make their vision more clear. And so if you're watching this and you've never read this book, definitely and highly 100% recommend reading this book. It's going to make your vision more clear as to what's possible with our platform and with our products. But one of my favorite quotes from the book is that it defines commitment. And it says that commitment is doing what you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in has left you. I'm going to say that again. Commitment is doing what you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in has left you. Now, sorry, it's a little bit loud. Now, we just had an event last weekend, and it's very easy to be excited and motivated at that given time about hearing about what the company's doing. And that was just a week ago. But my question for you is, in 2 weeks, in 1 month, in 3 months from now, are you still going to be committed to your goals? Are you still going to be week in, day in and day out, week in and week out, month in and month out, trying to achieve those goals, trying to achieve those goals that you said you were committed to? So, and I'm gonna get into what we're gonna be doing on a day-to-day, week-to-week, and month-to-month basis, so that you can put this plan into action to go and achieve that. So, like I said, we just had an event. It was incredible. So if you're watching this and you're brand new and you were not at the event, what I want to do is I want to walk through and I want to show you what we are all doing to be able to achieve what we're trying to achieve in this 90-day blitz. Because right now, you just joined a company, or you are a part of a company that is in a 90-day blitz. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk you through how to get to some of these resources. I'm going to walk you through how to know what's going on. And then I'm going to talk about the path to 500 and how to become a rising star. Okay. So let me know if you guys can see my screen. Some can jump in the chat box. Let me know. Cam, we can see your screen. I would appreciate that. Just want to make sure all good. Okay. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you guys. All right. So I am at the AuvoriaPrime.com/Team Auvoria events page. Very easy to get to this page. I'm going to open up a new tab. I'll just show you. You just can go to AuvoriaPrime.com. You can go to, hover your cursor over events, go to Team Auvoria events, and boom, it pulls you up to this page. All right. So here's this page. So the two things I want to go over, one is Path to 500. Go ahead and download this, save this as a PDF on your computer, or you can just come back to this page. But I'm going to pull this up, and this is the blueprint that we are running over the course. Like I said, the next, this is the basically the blueprint for you to be able to hit 500. And I'm going to show you guys what we're doing throughout the week to do that. So first and foremost, if you're someone that likes to have print out and actually write down, like myself, I like to write stuff down more than I like to open up Google Docs. But if you're someone that's a Google Doc major, you just love to be doing everything digitally, go ahead and do that. So what's really important here is that when you first get started, that you know who you can contact, you know who are resources for you, people that you're leaning on, and people that have already been in your shoes, but they've started to achieve some of the goals that you're looking at. So what I would do if I was you is I would come into this rank advancement chart, and I'd find out who in your upline has already achieved Visionary 500, okay? Who in your upline has, and this is a little bit, excuse me guys, this is a little bit late. I need the updated version of this. We got some new rank names, but who in your upline is Visionary 1200? Who in your upline is VIP 2500? It says icon here. Who in your upline is icon 5000? And who in your upline is icon 10,000? And the reason that's important is because these people have all started out at some point. They started out in your shoes. They were first printing off and filling out their path to 500 document. So write down, find out who, a couple people, I would say 6 is is a great number to have. Write down their name and their phone number, or however you're able to reach them. Have that right here so that you know who you can lean on, who you can reach out to um, as you're as you're growing your business, as you're sharing your business. This is very important because you're going to be leaning on them consistently. Now I'll explain why and how kind of how this play works. So secondly, list the date and time and details for team calls. Where are the team calls? So if we go back, come in here. So back to the Team Auvoria page, scroll down, and you'll see a calendar right here, okay? In this calendar, as you can see, February, March, April, you can see that on Tuesdays, we are doing our Discover AP calls. Also, on Thursday, we're doing our Discover AP calls. And then on Saturday, we're doing our affiliate training, and 2 hours later, we're running our Discover Auvoria Prime calls. And what a discovery call is, very simply, is a leader, someone who is in the business, is presenting our opportunity in our platform, and the value is showing the value of what our company has. This is one of the best forms of exposure for someone that you're trying to share this with. If it's maybe it's someone that is a trader, maybe it's someone that's likes to invest, maybe it's someone that's working two jobs and they've said to you in the past that they're just like, man, I don't like my situation, I want to change it, or I'm just fed up with what's going on. This is an incredible opportunity for you to be able to invite to. Now, the Discover Auvoria Prime calls, we're running multiple a day. Now, this is not going to go on forever. You know, we're taking our time to provide the opportunity for you guys to plug in and to be able to grow your business and hit that 500 rank. And if you're someone who is already 500, then what your goal is to help bring other people up with you and help them plug in and share this with more of their network so that they can come up and hit 500. And that's your goal. Your goal is then, if you've already hit 500, is to help the people on your team do the exact same thing. And by you helping more people, it's just going to help you get to where you're trying to go. So as you can see, we're running 1, 2, 3, 4. We're running 5 Discover calls per week. So if you're someone that is saying, look, I'm committed to this thing, I'm ready to rock, this is one of my top priorities, you should not let one of these calls go by. Okay, you should not let one of these calls go by without you sharing or getting at least one person to hear about this. Now, we do have recordings, but to me, it's not as valuable. It's not as valuable having someone listen to a recording as them being live on the call. And the reason for that is because they can ask questions, they can see live what's going on, they can see the speaker. They have, I feel like they have more of a commitment to as being live, and they're probably less likely to be texting and spending time on their phone. And that's something that I like to do when I invite someone to a call. Is I make sure I say, look, make sure that you have allocated 30 minutes of undivided attention. So put your phone on airplane mode, or put your phone in the other room as you're listening to this, and grab a piece of paper and some notes. Okay, and write down some of the things that make sense to you. Write down some of the things that do not make sense to you, so I can answer questions after the call. As you can see, we have 5 different discovery calls per week. So get this plugged into your calendar by simply clicking here. You can add this to your Google Calendar. If you don't use Google Calendar, highly recommend doing so. And you can also download the app Google Calendar, and then it'll be on your phone, not just on your computer. So very important that you understand and you guys are plugging into these calls. And as you start to share this with people and people start to join your team, make sure that once a week they're plugging in to this affiliate training. So for example, if I was you, let's say that that you just add you're inviting someone to the discover AP call in a couple hours from now, and let's say that person gets back to you and they say, "Whoa, this is incredible! I'm really excited about this. You know, uh, Cameron, I want to get started." So if they're getting started, I'm thinking, okay, well, what do I want them to do? What do I want them to know? You know, after they get their software connected and all set up, or multiple software connected and set up, have them listen to the recording. I wouldn't wait the whole week for them to get on the live call. I would try to get them to listen to the recording, but get them on that call so now they're plugged into the play. They understand what's going on and they can get going. Um, so so that's the week to week and what we're doing and day to day what we're doing over the course of the next 3 months. You can see here, like I said, February, March, April. We have our calendars completely packed. We're going to be running these calls, and these calls are they're growing as our teams are growing. You're going to see that more and more people are jumping on these calls. So let's get into the path to 500. Right here, you can actually just go to team, like I said, Team Auvoria, hit download path to 500, and boom, it pulls up this PDF document. Like I said, we're already going through a little bit. So write down your the team calls that are happening and make sure you know those by heart. And we have the different times set up on those calls. Some are they're not designated, but we want to make sure that everyone around the world is able to plug in. So we're running 2 calls a day, as you guys saw. So right here, write down your goal of what you're trying to achieve. What are you trying to achieve with Auvoria Prime? What I mean by that is, you know, what rank are you trying to get to and how fast? For me, I keep my 30-day goal, my 60-day goal, and my 90-day goal. And what I do is I focus on I work backwards. So I go, okay, if I want to hit, you know, let's say it's 1,200 in 90 days, then that means that I want to work backwards from that. So 60 days, I'm going to set a goal of, all right, I want to be in the first 60 days of this company, I want to go rising star. I want to hit visionary 500. So that's in 60 days. So then that means that in my 30-day goal, I need to work backwards. Okay, what am I doing each week to hit visionary in my first visionary, or maybe further in my first 30 days, so that I have a shot at by my 60-day goal to hit that next one. So how many people am I going to be exposing on a weekly basis? How many people am I going to be sharing this opportunity with? How many people am I going to be talking to be able to achieve this goal? So write down your goal. Use this rank advancement chart. So if you're sitting here and you're like, I'm already visioning 1,200, and I want to hit in 90 days, I want to hit 10K, or in 90 days, I want to hit 5K. Then work backwards from that on what you need to be doing week in and week out, and then month in and month out. And so also to clearly define your why. Understand, and this is what's going to help you stay committed to the business. For myself, I only have one life to live, and I recognize that I am not going to be able to find my ultimate purpose in life if I'm having to chase money, if I'm having to go and trade my time for money. So what I'm trying to do, what my why I do this, is I'm trying to create freedom for myself, so I can travel the world, so I can live the way I want to live, and I don't have to be told what to do and when to do it, because I know that's not my purpose. Personally, I don't know exactly what my purpose is. So, but I know deep down that it's not to go trade my time for money or be in one place. So what I'm trying to do is create freedom. And that's, for me, that's why I'm so committed every single day, because I want to be able to create generational wealth for myself. So I know that by me being able to make capital, create capital and invest that money, I'm able to essentially buy more time and be able to create freedom. So define your why, understand and figure out, okay, you know, why do you want to make the money? Why do you want to go 10K? You know, why do you want to hit that goal? Why do you want to hit um, 100K in the business? Or why do you want to hit 1,200 in the business? Is it to be able to pay your car note every week or every month? Is it to be able to pay your rent so that you can put more money away from your job, from the money that you're making from your job? What is your, like, deep down, why are you trying to achieve this goal? So that is your why, clearly defined. Sit down for 10, 15, 20 minutes and figure that out. It's very, very important, because that's going to drive you, again, it's going to drive you when you're, the mood that you were in has far left you, and you understand, okay, this is why I'm ultimately building this business. This is why I'm trying to achieve, ranks like Dante Lewis has achieved, Ryan Bickle, Shafiq, the ranks that you achieved. Understand that these people, they're not any different than you. They've been committed for a longer period of time, and they have clearly defined why they are committed. So moving on to Rising Star, this is one of the most exciting things this company is doing. You only have one shot, you only have one opportunity to go Rising Star, and you have to do so in the first 60 days to become a Rising Star. What that means, what do you have to do? You have to hit Visionary 500. Visionary 500 is very simply, come over to the rank advancement chart. It is 21 active licenses, okay? 21 active licenses, 777. If people are on 2 licenses a piece, that's 12. You're gonna have 12 people, 4, 4, and 4. 3 licenses you can see is 9, and 4 licenses if people are on your team, they're buying platinum passes, there's gonna be 6 people on your team. So to be able to go Rising Star, you need to be able to achieve this in your first 60 days, which is completely achievable. There's people that are doing this in their first week, their first 2 weeks in the business. I know we're going to be having a rank recognition call here soon, and you guys are going to be able to see all the people that have been achieving this Rising Star rank in a matter of a couple of days and just a week. So to do so, you have to enroll 4 customers with an access on an access pass. You have to have 20 minimum, so it's a minimum of 4 customers on a single access pass. Have 21 points in your 3 lanes. So what that means is you can enroll 4, technically you can enroll 4 people. And through those 4 people, they can then decide to want to share it as well. And these points all will flow to your account, which will, in your 3 lanes, which will allow you to be able to achieve this 21 total licenses. So it doesn't mean that in the next 90 days and next 60 days that you have to go and share this and bring in 21 people. You can share this with 12 people over the course of the next 60 days. And let's say you share it with me. Let's say you share it with Shafiq. Let's say you share it with Paul Scott. And let's say you also share it with, let's say, your brother. And I'm very excited. And I go, wow, I want to go Rising Star in my first 2 weeks or my first month. And I go and start to share it with people, and they get excited and they get on board. Well, that's all accumulating to your account. Same thing with Paul Scott. Same thing with Shafiq. It's the same. By you sharing it, the company is recognizing that you are helping them bring in revenue, so they pay us through this incredibly lucrative and exciting compensation plan. So don't think that to hit Visionary 1200, you have to bring in all 55 people. That is not the case. You can bring in a quarter of that amount of people, and just by that chain reaction happening, then your teams are growing. So, you have to keep these 21 points or more for 4 weeks, and then you will have achieved this Rising Star rank or Rising Star recognition. What comes with that? The Rising Star bonus, you're going to get $125 extra on top of what the company's already paid you, which is really exciting. You're going to have achieved this rank of Visionary 500, so you're already going to be getting a residual check of $125 per week from the residual payout. You will then receive this sweet Rising Star pendant, which is going to be awesome because when we're at events, you're gonna be able to see who went Rising Star because everyone's gonna be rocking these things. They're really, really cool. I've heard this is brand new, but I've heard that there's a diamond right in the middle of one. I can't wait to get mine. It's gonna be like a stamp of like you're serious about the business and you're you have goals and you're trying to make something happen and change your situation with this company. So very, very awesome group and cool group to be a part of. You're also going to be receiving global company recognition. And what's even more important, in my opinion, is that there's going to be special Rising Star only trainings. And this is going to allow you to be able to gobble up and get more information and more value as to how you can better build the business, how you can better make decisions with this company and what you're going to be doing. And I find that to be one of the most valuable things. The bonus is exciting, yes. The pendant is cool, awesome. And the recognition, who doesn't love to be recognized? But the trainings really for me is what excites me the most because you're then going to be able to hear from and get private trainings from people that I've heard the company's going to be having people that are doing trainings that are at 10K, 25K, 50K that you're going to break out into and be able to hear from. So that's really, really exciting. So now, what do you need to be doing? Okay, you've gone through all this, right? You know who your support team is. You know the calls week to week. You know your goals week to week. Your why, all right, and you understand what it takes to go and become a rising star. You understand the qualifications and what you have to do. Now, moving on to IPAs, income producing activities, and this is it's very simple. There's multiple ways that you can expose people in the business. And from what I know, from my experience, I've seen that on average, it takes 5 to 6 exposures for someone to make a decision. So when you're exposing someone, the goal is, so let's say that in a couple hours, you invite someone on to the Discover call. The goal is for them to be exposed to it. But if you can see that you ask them, hey, are you ready? Are you ready to get started? And they're like, no, I'm not ready. So, okay, what do you need to see? What are some of the questions that you have? And they're going to tell you. I mean, by listening to what they need to hear and what they need to know, they're going to tell you the information that they're going to need for them to get on board. So then you know that you need to get them to that next exposure. So this game, all your goal is to help walk people through and hold their hand from exposure to exposure to exposure. So awesome way to expose people, and this is a very efficient and fast way, is by using your marketing funnel. And everyone has this in their back office. You have to be an affiliate, but log into your back office, click on Share Auvoria, okay? And then click on Connect to Marketing System. Choose AP Funnel, select the language that you'd like, and we're going to be adding even more languages. Those are coming in, so don't worry about that. We're moving as fast as we possibly can. And then choose the AP Squares video. And so from this point, when you have your marketing funnel, maybe you're deciding to, and I'll get into some of the different ways that are, I believe, are great exposures. One of my favorite ways I'll share with you, but go ahead and make a list of 25 to 50 people. So go in and grab a piece of paper, grab a notepad. Maybe you'd like to use notes. Maybe you're the digital guy or gal, and going and think back to, people that have talked about they're not happy with their situation, like I was talking about before. Maybe there's people that like to get their money working for them. Go create your list. Everyone has a list of people that likes to make money. Everyone does. And why I love our product so much is it's so easy to expose people just to become a customer. And then this is just icing on the cake. This is this is so exciting that you can share this with them afterwards. But by sharing this, you can use the Discover, AP Discover videos, or excuse me, calls. So I'm going to actually come down here. This illustrates perfectly kind of the process that you want to repeat over and over and over again. Okay, so first is invitation, and when you're inviting, this is just the first step. You want to be authentic. You want to share enthusiasm. If you're just if you're running your product and let's say that like for me last week, past profits is not indicative of future results, but last week I had a great week on all my accounts. I had a great week, and one of my accounts specifically, I did I believe 1.4% on one of my accounts, and I'm excited about that. I'm excited that in a 4-day period, I did on that account, I did 1.3%. So I'm just sharing that enthusiasm with people that are not using the product. And these are people that I meet that work at different places. These are people this is my list that I've built on Facebook. This is my list that I've built on Instagram. These are people that are they're also traders, people that I've connected with that are manually trading, and I'm just sharing with them what my product has done, and I'm authentic with it. I keep it very straightforward, and I tell them, look, you got to check this out, and I let them know some of the things that excite me about the company, and like the leadership and what's going on, and the event that we just had. So it's a great way to lead into, the company just had a great event. You got to see what they're doing. What are you doing at, or are you available at this time? And then you get them to a presentation. And again, maybe this is a funnel. Maybe this is a one-on-one meeting with them at a coffee shop. Maybe this is a 3-way call. But really the goal is, like I said, the goal is to go from exposure to exposure to exposure. The average person takes 5 to 6 exposures before they can make a decision. So one of them is the funnel. I would say a meeting, a Discover AP call. One of my favorite ways is using the ATM method, add, tag, and message. So this is actually a great way for the ATM method is to validate what they've just gone through. Whether it was a meeting, they watch the funnel, Discover AP call, and then boom, you validate all of the stuff that you're talking about. You show that it's real by adding them to a Facebook page and then tagging them, adding them to that Facebook page, tagging them, and then shooting them a message afterwards, finding out if they have any questions or what they liked best. So for example, here's the AP Auvoria Prime product testimonial page. You can see there's 5,000 members in it. All right. You can see, look at the engagement, 17 reactions to this post, right? 5 comments. You can see people here posting, like Lewis Scott. I'm the type of person who likes monthly results better. It fits my lifestyle and mentality. And he goes into and starts talking about why he likes it. August and September, I used Alexander software on my live account. October, I switched to Gearbox Live and spent hours listening to the developers' weekly calls and taking notes. They say note takers are money makers. Take the time to learn the software and make it fit into your lifestyle. So go ahead and go through this, but you can read this yourself and then go ahead and tag someone. Say like, okay, you got, I love the fact that we can use multiple software and change them week to week. Boom. So I just tagged Ryan and I just told him a little bit. I don't just, for me personally, I don't just like to tag people. I like to just give them a little personal message. So when they're reading it, they have more of a chance to, excuse me, I believe there's a higher chance that they're going to read this and then they're going to be able to connect with it. They're not just going to go, oh, look at the numbers. And, oh, okay, that's cool. They're actually going to connect with Lewis's story. And that's what's so important. So this is another great validation and way to expose people to the business. I really like the ad tag message method, and also the three-way call. Getting someone on a three-way call, getting your prospect that was just, let's say, 2 days before or a day before they were on the Discover AP call. And then you lean on someone, maybe that's Visionary 500, Visionary 1200 on your team. And you say, hey, you reach out to that prospect and you say, hey, look, I want you to hear this story. I want you to, you got to hear from, from Mario Lakeo. You got to hear this person's story, what they've done and how they've used this platform. And then boom, you set up a call with that person. So then it validates, okay, I've heard the platform, I've got the information. And now I'm actually meeting someone that's making it work for them. So very, very important. This is one of the number one ways. Three-way calls and ATM is one of the number one ways for people to get closed on the business. That for number one ways for people to be sold on what's actually going on, because they've seen a presentation, and they've seen they've been involved with a one-on-one meeting. But this validation method, and it's so easy for you to do this multiple times, to tag people once a week, tag people every 2 weeks, do a three-way call every couple of days with that same prospect to answer more questions and get them more exposures. And then from there, get them activated. Okay, solidify their decision in getting started, get them plugged in, and show them the path to 500. Show them this play that we're running, and they're gonna be like, wow, okay, that really worked. And if it worked on me, it's gonna work on other people. That's gonna be the thought process. So go ahead and enroll them, get them set up on their product, have them go to the Auvoria Prime AP Academy, and then teach this process to them. And if you're like, look, I don't know how to teach this process to them, well, get them on an affiliate call, just like this. Send them a recording, and then potentially even sit down with them. If you're really committed, sit down with them and go through it with them. Go through it with all your new people until you get to that rising star rank. And I'm telling you, by you showing your level of commitment and being with them and taking the time out to do it with them, you're going to hit this rank a lot faster than you believe. And you're going to be able to hit your 60-day goal and your 90-day goal a lot faster by you investing more of your time in helping people be able to achieve the 500 rank as well, not just you. So at the end of the day, the last thing is to just get them to rising star. Do this in the next 60 days. So guys, I went a little bit over the time I wanted to go. I wanted to go for 30 minutes, but 45. This is a very simple tool, very simple play and strategy to run. We're going to be doing this for the next 90 days. If you guys have any questions, pop into the chat box. Go ahead and ask them. I'm going to be wrapping up this call. I'm very excited. While we're waiting for a couple questions, I'm very excited. It's a very common theme here, excitement, because we have something. There's so many different network marketing companies out there. They have there's all these different lotions and potions and great services and so on and so forth. And for me, I'm excited about this because I believe that the average person can go ahead and make money with this and change their situation with just our product. And that fact alone makes this so dangerous and exciting and fun to share with people, because there's always this unicorn idea of using software or letting your money work for you. And it's, when people talk about investing, it always sounds easier than it actually is. And here we have the blueprint. We know that our products haven't just been working for 1 month. They haven't just been working for 2 or 3 months. We have results that are lasting over a year. You know, I have an account. Sorry. I have an account that's been running for almost 2 years now. Almost 2 years. So the power of this product really, and the power of this platform relies heavily on how much value our customers are getting. And because our customers are getting so much value, there's no reason why they don't go rising star when they first get on board. There's no reason why when you bring someone into the business that when they see the value, that this doesn't become a very simple, organic concept for them to be like, whoa, of course I want to share this with a couple of people, not just for me to get this product for free, but because I want them to be able to use this and seize the value that I'm seizing as well. So if there's no questions, Brian says, it's stuck on my wall. Alfie, you got it. Let's connect later, brother. You know, we're in massive momentum right now. So let's get after it. I know in a couple hours, we have the Discover AP call. Make sure you guys are bringing one prospect to that. Each call, I'm telling you, if you are trying to rank up in this business and you've just gotten started, do not let a Discover AP call happen without you bringing a prospect on it. Okay, we have 5 Discover AP calls per week. And I mean, how hard it is to send someone a screenshot of what your software is doing and say, hey, look, you got to hear about how this platform works. You got to hear, about what's going on, why I'm so excited about this. What are you doing at this time? You know, what are you doing at this time? Get them locked in, and then get them on a call. So simple, so easy to do. So you guys stay committed, and I'll see you guys on the next call. Take it easy.